Welcome. Now we're going to get into this bird project here. Let me get my scissors. I'm always carrying them around and then losing them. You have your pattern here. This is your bird when you put it together, showing you placement. And these are your major parts, okay? So let's take our little bird here and let's get this first body shape. Now remember, this doesn't have to be perfect. You just want the general shape. So if you want to cut it a little smaller, a little bigger, tweak it here or there, that's okay, no problem. Our fabric is approximately 7 by 9. It's a little bit bigger than that, but it gives you plenty of room to work. And then if you want to frame it, you can, you have plenty of area here to frame. All right, I picked out some purples and some gold and some ecru colored lace. And that's what I'm going to start with, and we'll see what goes from there. Now, I'm also going to use, let's see what I have here, if I have any. I do have some lavender type. I have some darker purple. Let's see. I have a brighter fuchsia purple. I have a pink. Who knows? I might use that. I have a blush there. I have a darker purple. That should give us something to work with here. To start with, those would be some colors that I'll work with. Now, I'm going to make this body, I think, two-toned. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this fabric. I just need a little piece of this fabric. And we'll cut the whole body shape to start with. Okay. Now, depending on which way you want your bird to face, depends on which way you flip your piece, okay? Naturally, if you flip it this way, it's going to be looking to the left. If you flip it this way, he's going to be looking to the right. So that's just something you need to determine ahead of time. Which way on your piece do you want your bird to look? Okay. Now you can pin this, or you can just freehand cut it. Like I said, this is not rocket science. It's not computer programming. This is scrappy art, and nothing has to be perfect. Perfectly imperfect. Here we go. I've never made a purple bird before, but I thought, oh, I bet this would be pretty if I do it right. Okay, there's some scraps we can save. All right, we have a purple bird. All right, now what I'm going to do is take a piece of this solid. Again, I have a whole bunch of this. Let's just take a small piece. And we're just going to cut a piece out of the bottom. Just, you see how I just lay the bottom of a pattern over the fabric? And just cut the bottom shape here. Okay. Now fit him to where Did he come from the back side? Did he come from the front side? How did this work? We just keep messing with it till we get it just the way we want it. I like it more to the front. We can flip that, and there you go. Let's bring him around a little. Okay, I like that. Now, I think we're also, let's see, what I want to do for that head. I think I might pull in another fabric. Okay. This is just a very small piece because we only have a little circle to cut out of it. Let's get our head circle here. Cut. And we will cut that out of this. Now when you're doing your feet and your beak, you can do that with yarn, you can do that with fabric, or you can do that with thread. It's your choice. I always make that choice when I get to it, what I think I want to use. Got little paper shavings. Come on, get off there. Okay, we have our head. So we have our three main parts, okay? We don't have the wing yet, but we have our main parts for our bird. So now the next thing we're going to do is stitch these together. And I'm going to use just a neutral muted lavender here. For that, let's see. And got a little, there you go, get that undone. We just want to get this together so that we can work with it. Okay, so I'm going to split this into 2 strands and work with 2 strands of floss. Okay. Get it on our needle. Get it knotted. Okay, let's do the, let's just get this. I'm just going to attach this right now, right across here, and just enough to keep it down. because remember the wing part is coming over the top of this. So we just want enough there to keep it down. There you go. And then we want to be able to put our head on. Get it down there about where we want it. So let's go down and back under. And go over here and attach our head. Now this one I'm going to make, I think I'm going to make like long stitches that will simulate feathery stitches. They're long and they're curved. They're just straight stitches, but when they work in with all the other stitches that will go in here, they help to create what looks like feathers or movement. I angle them that way, halfway around, and then I will come up here and angle them the other direction. Okay. Ooh, my hands are shaking this morning. That's what happens when you don't sleep well at night. Okay. All right, nothing exact, nothing perfect, just get a few little stitches in there. Okay, we got that. Now we want to start our wing. So let's get our wing template here. And let's just cut out our wing. Okay. Place him in there. He looks something like that. And we're going to do him in this gauzy fabric. Let's find the end of it. Here it is. There's 2 layers there. I think I might just work with the 2 layers. Let's get a little piece. Just need little pieces for this. And let's cut out our wing. Okay, so we have approximately a wing shape there. It's a little bit big. I'm going to trim him down a little. Okay, trim him down a little. All right, I like that better. Save our little pieces. Okay. Let's cut these apart. Oh, they already are. Okay. All right. Now, before I put him on, I want to do something with this down here. And I had pulled out a little gold fabric that was gifted to me. And I'm thinking just a little piece of that to give this bottom part here some interest. Okay, I like that. And when we put the wing over that, that's looking good. Let's see, which way do we want it? Which way will... We just keep playing with things till you get them the way you want them. Okay, I think I might take another little snippet piece. Take some of the netting off that holds it in place. Let's put that one there, and that one there, and then lay this one on top. Come back here. One will help go under the head, and one will go there. Ah, that's looking good. That's looking good. All right. Let's turn that wing just a little bit more down. Okay. Now we need to stitch that in place. We probably should just start with our little gold pieces and get a couple of stitches in them so they don't move around. Okay, we are going to come back and add decorative stitches on top. So this is just utilitarian stitches here to keep this from moving. You noticed I let it hang over just a little bit. That's going to add to our feathery look. So don't get it all perfect and clean edged on those outsides, because that's not how a bird looks. Okay, so all you perfectionists out there, you got to learn to be perfectly imperfect. Okay, we got him on there. Now what I'm going to do here is take this apart, and I'm going to rough up these edges a little. Oh yeah, boy, that really help. Okay, let's do the same thing again. All right. Oh, get back in there. Doesn't that? Oh, that's looking good, isn't it? That's looking good. I have one more fabric that I thought might work good on this. It's this gauzy fabric, which was a scarf, and it has, let's see, I think I've torn part of this before. Let me see if I, it's so big, keeping it under camera is impossible. Let's see if I can find the torn edge. Yes, here it is. Okay, I had torn that edge before, and I think I'm going to do it again. Let's cut into that, and just, it takes a strong woman. Well, I don't need it very long. Let's just work with that. Okay. Now, let's find a color in here we think we might want. I don't want the dark animal print, but that might work. Look at that. I like that. So let's take just a snippet of that, and let's just fold it over. Okay. How we want to do this? I'll tell you what. I'm going to take it and cut it like that, because I may not. I think I may just need a little piece of this. Oh, I'm loving that. Loving that, loving that, loving that. Doesn't that look good? I like it. Oh, I like that. I like that. Now I'm going to come back and get it. Remember those little pieces we cut off? Well, don't throw nothing away, because that's probably just the very piece you need. Oh yeah, I think we a little bit too much. How do you think that looks? I'm liking it. Let's get a couple of stitches in that. As you can see, when I'm making birds, it's a matter of just layering until I like it. And that's the fun part of it. Just take something you think you might like, the fabrics, and just layer them up until you get something you like. Okay, let's just take one more out here. All right. A lot of the fabric actually gets lost when you start putting a lot of your stitches in. So your fabric's important, but your stitches are just as important. So your fabric is there basically for color and base. All right. So, okay, we got that, and I'm liking it. Now I'm thinking about putting a little top knot on our little bird head. Don't you think a bird needs a top knot on his head? Let's, come on. Let's get him down. Okay, this is all just the base layers because we haven't detailed out anything yet. Now we want to work on detail. And I'm thinking that this fabric that we started with here would be good. And maybe we can take our other things and see what kind of a tail situation we can come up with here. Let's fold that over. Maybe put it in and around, or maybe put it on top. However, let's see. Little bird here, I think I got him too high out. Just keep playing with it till you get something you like, and if you don't like it, chunk it. I think I can work with that. So let's tack him in so I can keep him in place. My string is getting short here. Just want to keep it in place till I can work with it. Okay. And what helps a lot stitching it is when it goes onto the background fabric and you start stitching it to that, and you get more stability. Let's just okay. So we have a beginning of a little bird. Isn't he cute already? I think he's adorable already. Let's see what we can do. I have a vision here. I don't know if it'll work or not. But let's get a little bit of a wing shape going here. To add to our, I think I like it. Okay. I'm going to have to thread up again for that. So let's hold that. We'll put that on when we start detailing. Okay. Now, I need to build a nest for this little bird to sit in. And I'm going to need, let me find my yarns here. Okay, let's see. I thought we would play with these two. I'm going to take this, and of course I'm going to take it apart. Okay. If it doesn't come all the way apart, we'll just rough it up so you won't recognize what it is. Okay. Yarns make great bird nests. Even birds think that way. You'll find strings and fabric and stuff all in their bird nests if you take them apart. Where they find all this fabric and strings, I don't know, but they do. So don't sit still very long outside. The bird might come and get part of you to make his nest out of. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is cut this at least in 2 pieces. That will help it to pull apart, I think. Just keep working it. Let's cut it again. Get that green one doesn't want to come apart very easy, but we're going to work with it till it does. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Now let's see if we can do anything with this, because I thought it was so pretty. Let's cut it and string it. Okay, we got 3 pieces here. And can we rough it up some? Yes, we can. We can rough up those edges, pull it apart, all that we can. Okay, each piece. Oh, that one's good. That part comes. Oh, I like that. That's going to work out well. Okay, and this one too. Okay. All right. Now we're going to take some of our scrappy pieces we had left over, and we're going to cut those up in there. And we'll even use this part that we cut off of the scarf. let's get little long pieces, and we get little short pieces, and we get fuzzy pieces, and we get all kinds of weird little shapes and pieces to work into our nest here. Pull these apart. Don't want them to be. Okay. Alrighty, and we can take a little of our just make some scrappy pieces here. It's all going to get mixed up together. Okay, some of this darker. Okay, let's start mixing it together. Take our bird and put him away for a minute until we get this nesting situation taken care of. Let's cut that one into pieces. There you go. Work it in between this yarn. Make it all up together. It helps, the yarn helps to hold some of these little cotton pieces too. Once everything gets matted together and held together. Okay. Then go over here and get, see if I have some little threads. I do. Let's see. Remember, don't throw away your threads. Let's just cut a little bit of these and work those in there. Okay, the next thing I like to do is, if I can find my piece here, yeah. I like to take this fabric here that I'm using for a background and pull some of those threads, because they pull, they make a continuity between the background fabric and the nesting. Plus, they just have a real cottony, nesty look to them. I use both sides of it, everything that's here. Pull it apart as best you can. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking good. Okay, I'm going to trim some of those, make it easier to start pulling again. Yes. Yeah, I don't like going through too much of that strings at one time. Let's do that again. I just love the look of this. So if you have some yarn or thread that's downy looking, soft cottony looking, use it. Or if you have some fabric that you can pull apart like I am doing. Okay, yes, that is exactly what I wanted. Okay, now start putting together your little nest in a shape and way you think your little bird would like it. I like to put a little bit of a curve in mine, as if the bird has been living there a while, and we'll take that darker thread out of there. Too much of it. as if he's been living there a while and he's got it all shaped the way he wants it. Okay, now we could test out. We could set our bird in this nest and he would look good, okay? All right. Now what we're going to have to do here is, again, tack this in good. Okay, I think I'm liking that okay. So I like to press it down. Now what I like to do here, just to help me out a little bit, is like get a little piece of netting tool or something. And it doesn't have to be the whole piece. Just a couple of small pieces that might help you hold this stuff together. Okay. Okay. And if you can, pull something out on top so that it doesn't give the appearance that it's all covered up. Okay, like that. Now, when I sew that down, you'll never even notice that that is there. Okay. All right, let me get some new thread on my needle. And we'll go to our next stage here. You know, the process for each of these that I make is basically the same, but it is so amazing how each one turns out so differently. And what you choose to work with and how you work with it makes all the difference in the world. I'm going to make a series of these bird kits, so you'll get a chance to see all of them because I'm going to video them from start to finish. If you're into watching it long enough, you'll see how everything works. So let's just start out with a stitch or two. Oh, I forgot to put a knot in it. Let's try that again. Has to be a pretty good size knot too, because this is really light weaved background fabric. It is actually a drapery panel that I found at the thrift store. It was brand new, never been used, still hanging. And I thought that will make a perfect slow stitching background fabric. Your needle glides through it like butter, but it's substantial enough to hold your pieces. Okay, so just gently go around and make you some tacking. And you can make long stitches because you're going to come back and stitch more inside this nest. And you can blend them all together. Okay. Oops. We're just wanting to get our nest to stay together so we can work with it. Okay. Coming on in there good. Let's pull this one up. Okay. Okay. Never thought you'd be making bird nests, did you? Me neither. But it sure is fun. You can pull out anything that you don't like that you put in as you go along. You know, if you got too much or something, or you just don't like it or whatever, you can pull a little bit out and get it back to where you want it. And when I'm doing this, I let my thread totally just run out because the loose end doesn't matter in this. In this, got lots of loose ends. I think that's going to be it. All right. I'm going to take a few more of these blacks out. I'm liking that. When that bird sits in there, the purple comes in just really good. Now, I think, just let's see. All right, I'm going to go get a couple of more things, and then I'll be back and we'll work on this some more. Well, let's see what we can do here with the rest of this nest. As you see, I took a piece of the fabric here and I cut it to make a thinner strip, and I just put that around the nest to give it a base, kind of like a limb would look. And then I took a piece of this fabric here that I have, and I just cut two little motifs out of that, which simulate a flower or a leaf or whatever, again, to just give it a little continuity. Okay, so now I want to work on the bird a little bit more. I think I'm ready to put my little piece of lace here that I said we would add as part of the wing. Okay, and something like that. I don't. Okay, and I think I'm going to do that in a kind of a peachy colored, so it will show up. And I'm going to angle this thread out and down. Okay, make it go out and down. It's going through several layers here. Okay, skin it out and down. Pretty long little stitches right in here. Okay, they are helping to give us a feathery look. And at the same time, they are sewing down everything underneath them. That helps. Angle, you want to go out, angle it in the direction that you want your feather movement to be. work around it. As you can see, we've gotten like halfway around, and so I'm going to make a couple of long stitches right in here. In the center. Okay. Now I'm going to, I went this way, now I'm going to come this way, okay? So I'm going to start angling my stitches the other direction. To go around this. Bring him, there you go. Now you can make them as long as you want. You can put them as close together as you want. Whatever you think your bird needs, or the look that you like. Okay, we're just about to get to the top here. Okay. All right, that's our first little row of stitches. Okay. I'm going to take this same color and I'm going to go up and around the little bird head. I'm going to do some smaller stitches, again, just around that head a little bit to kind of emphasize where it's at. Okay, right there. Okay, I'm liking that. Now, I think I will go, how do I want to do that? I think I will change colors and come back in. Okay, let's, again, I stitch in the moment. What I don't have this pre-planned. Whatever I feel at the moment it needs is what I do. And come on. I'm not too worried about securing that too tightly, as I know I'm going to be putting it down on another surface. Now here I have a purple, and I'm thinking that I'm going to start over here, not on top of the wing, but on the back side here, and work some of these purple feather-like stitches around the end and come back underneath a little bit. Okay. Get some longer ones down here at the end. Okay. Remember to switch your angle when you switch sides. going to drop just a little lower right here and start working some into that underneath gold area. Okay, let's see. Coming back around on this, not actually on top of that upper wing, but we're working around the lower wing area. Okay. Doesn't this look like fun? Don't you want to do this? I know you do. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, I like that. Let's go up here in the head. Well, you know, I'm going to wait till I get that on because I'm going to put some longer stitches in there. And I think, but I'm thinking that looks pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside of that upper wing and run some stitches inside. Ouch, of this color. Okay. Again, whether you want long stitches, short stitches, combination stitches, however you want to do it. You just want a lot of feather play. I mean, I do anyway. I want to, because that's what gives me what to me is movement. Looks like these little birds are fluffing those feathers. Okay, I'm liking that a lot. And I'm going to hold that there and do the rest of my stitching when I get it down onto the piece. Secure it enough till then. Okay. All right. Now, whoops, my tail's coming apart, but that's okay. We'll keep him there till we get him there. Now, I have this piece, but this is a very, you know, lightweight piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of batting behind this now. Okay, so I'm going to take my whole piece and put it behind it. I just cut my batting. Okay. And this leftover piece, don't worry, it'll be used for something. Nothing goes to waste around here. Okay, now that gives me a very nice, substantial piece to work with. and when I do some stitching in the background, it'll give it more of a quilted look, and will make it so pretty when it gets framed out. I don't want to lose my little pattern pieces here. Get on there. There you go. Okay, so if I set this down about like that, maybe even a little further back, that would be a good placement. I could get the little legs in there. I should be standing, not sitting on this nest. Okay. I think I want it a little bit further over. There you go. And I am going to pin that so it stays. Okay. That is on, that is on. I'm going to have to pin this nest part because now, remember, we have the batting in here. I don't want too much. I think that would be enough to hold it, okay? I clean up just take a piece of tape and clean up just a few of these straggly threads. Okay. All right, I'm liking that a lot. We will be putting some eggs on here, so let's see what kind of egg colors we got to play with. Oh, we got lots of good egg colors. How about a nice purple one? And a green one. That looks good. And how about a different shaped one? How about one of these little, no, we kind of lose him. How about a little brown one? That would be very good. I think we will stay with that. The only change we might make, you know what? Instead of that light, let's go with a dark purple of a different shape. I like that. You know, all eggs aren't perfectly egg-shaped, so we'll go with that. Okay, so it'll come with 3 little eggs. Okay, so I like that. Let's put those away till we're ready to use them. Also, let's audition. I have a little beak here that I think is perfect. And I have a little eyepiece here that I'm going to sew in, and then sew a little black dot for a pupil. Meanwhile, isn't this looking pretty? Oh, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Okay. I may come with a darker color along here. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to use color-wise there. Let's put these back so we don't lose them. Okay. All right. I'm going to just sew these down off camera and come back and do some more of the feathery stitches here with you, okay? So let's go to the next part. Okay, I took you through the major setup and the production of the beginning, how we get that nest together, how we start building and layering that bird. Now this piece here I have finished. Let me bring you up a little so you can see detail, okay? Now, I have finished the bird. I changed the eyepiece to a little flower that I had, all right? And I added gold thread and some black thread and lavender thread all the way around. You can see the black thread symbolizing, you know, feathery stuff down here helps to separate the bird from the nest in the background a little bit. Just didn't do too much, but a little bit on the top knot there and a little bit to secure that tail out there. Okay. The nest stayed pretty much the same. I did add a little greenery here and here to give it a little bit of more looking like you might be on a limb. Down here, I used a longer piece of this fabric and just put it under there and kind of simulating like what a branch would do, and it would give the nest continuity where it's sitting on something. The 3 little eggs are in there. The little feet are in there, and I did that with thread. Just made the little feet with thread, okay? I think it's adorable. I love it. There's nothing else that I would do with this. I did do some decorative stitching around the whole thing to, you know, basically adhere the top fabric to the batting fabric, but also, you know, just finish it off. Did that in kind of a teal blue, but you could do it in any color that you like that played well with your colors here. So I believe that that will get you where you need to go, and you could construct one of these for yourself. So get your scraps and start creating, and don't be afraid, and make your own little scrappy bird and scrappy nest. Okay, till next time, everybody, stay scrap happy.